Hello, James Mandolare YouTube people. How you doing? Thanks for coming back for another in the series of Sid Meier's Civilization 6, The Gathering Storm by Firaxis Games. We're playing Rome, and here he is, that handsome devil himself, Julius Caesar, all ready for anything that might come his way, except betrayal. New powers call forth from the barrel of muskets to flowers of fire in the sky. Even the quiet words on newly printed pages hold great changes within. The world, once so vast and mysterious, has grown smaller and more familiar. Yet, there are always questions to be answered, faiths to be tested, and national identities to be formed. Hail, Caesar, general, patrician, and dictator of Rome. Your people and your ambition call to you across the ages. The die is cast, and let none stand against your vision, whether they be your bitter foes or your closest friends. Right, we are now earning $500 by taking a city for the first time, or raiding the barbarian clans that seem to be popping up here or there. And we've come a long way, you and I together. Shall we continue the game? Well, that's the question, isn't it? That is the question. Should we continue the game, or should we just erase the thing and start again, because we haven't really done that well. We're hanging in there. We got 93 science. We're catching up to the big guy, which is Gaul. And Gaul is really our major rival. The rest of them are manageable. And here I am, embroiled in this lover's spat between me and my crush, and he's got this Sun Wukong there, and he's a hero. I'm not sure we're breaking down Mycenae, but I don't know, is it really worth it? I'm beginning to think that maybe this is a misadventure in the East, even though we are making headway. We got a siege tower all the way out here. We can't approach the city with it because they got the hero. She's got vampires everywhere. I have no ships, so I can't attack from the sea. I think this is premature. I really do. And I think we should call it quits. Back off. Regroup. Regroup our forces. We're doing well with the expansion. We did a lot of expanding, and we did a lot of work, and now we're coming out with a couple of heroes soon, and we got a wonder that's building that's going to give us promotions across the board. We got some knights coming out, and I think this would be a good juncture to do a bit of a critique here, because our government plaza is coming out on turn 144. That's crazy. That should have been done in the ancient era, right? Should have been one of the first districts, but we had to do what we had to do at the time. And we had the opportunity with our monumentality golden ages back to back to pump out some settlers and send them out to claim the land in between the Gauls and Spain, who seems to be quite opportunistic. They have wiped Portugal off the map. There's no more Portugal. That handsome fella from Lisbon is no longer the king of the coast. Spain has absorbed Portugal, like I suppose they'd always wanted to do. We do have this nice little scout up here who's scouting out the shoreline up here. We don't know anything about it, so I'm going to send him out there. But this is really the thing. I mean, what would it take here to make peace? She'd accept that. Would she give me anything? No. Come on, really? You're not even gonna. What would it do? just for free. You don't want to give me anything. What about some lobsters? You got 4 lobsters. You won't even give me lobsters. 156 grievances. Youch. Alright. You're not going to give me anything? Nothing. What about some Diplo? No, nothing. Alright, you're angry. I get it. I get it. Yes, I think we'll make peace. I don't really want to fight you. You're not worth it. You're not a threat. Not yet. And I don't know if I'm right about this, because I'm, an amateur scholar at best. But I think Rome dealt with the Greeks for many centuries, on and off again. That they would conquer Greece, and then they would break up into factions, and then different, warlord kings would come back at them, and so they were on and off again, I think, with the Greeks anyway. And I really do think we have to concentrate on Gaul, which means revamping our military, doing it right, going very militant here against Gaul, absorbing all of Gaul's cities, and then taking over the east, because then we'd have all of Gaul's cities, if we are successful, that extends up into Germany, and then we can take Spain. I think that's a much better campaign, because the terrain is really hard too. So I'm gonna accept the deal, even though she's not giving me anything. We're gonna call off the Greek war. We're gonna come back home, right, and take our armies back. And love has its ups and downs. So, not wanting to get embroiled in a quagmire over here, we're going to back off and let ourselves make for a better military. I really do believe that takes a load off my mind. Now, we got 10 population in Antium, and that's great. Got 10 population in Rome. 11 population in Ostia. So you see, we're not doing that bad, really. Finally got some niter even, so we're good with that. So, got a spy coming out. So we're getting some very powerful possibilities here. 205 gold, and need 18 more niter to finally upgrade this warrior. He's been around a long time. Got a long gray beard. He's been around for 3,000 years. Waiting to upgrade. He's patient. He is. He doesn't mind. Okay. Now, I say there are some barbs around and stuff, but I think we're safe enough to stick this guy out here. Get some sea resources for this town. It's what it's got. Aplenty. So let's do it. There's 3 gold, 2 food, and some science. Excellent. Now, what are we going to do with this Antium? What they can do is they can definitely cause us trouble in our capital by stealing Pangala. So I like to take my first spy, put him in Rome, to counter spy the city center, right? Confirm placement. And we'll protect Pangala. And then we'll be able to mess with the governor because there'll be a spy protecting him. And then we'll come out with another spy, and we can send that spy to, let's say, to the Gallic capital, Adakia, whatever it is up there. I don't know. We'll rename it when it becomes a Roman city because it's dumb. Okay, we have a settler in Ravenna, which is nice, isn't it? And to contain the Gauls, I don't see why we don't just kind of do-si-do right up here. We don't have another settler coming up there, do we? Wait a minute, let me hold on a second. Didn't we have another settler going up there, or did we decide to send it to Sicily? I think we did. We decided to send it to Sicily instead. So I honestly think we ought to get right up here. This is an awesome place to settle all that production. So I'm going to go that way. I was going to go up here and settle this niter field up here, which I still would like to do. But there's so many barbarians up there You know, it's a rough area up there. There's a bunch of barbaric tribes and stuff. Okay, it looks like we may have some exploring to do with this blankness out here. And we can get away from the shore. We must have gotten some technology to be able to do that. Now, she wants 20 horses from me now. She's offering her open borders. You know, I think she's into me. I really do. Oh, you don't want to give me open borders? Well, I don't blame you. We just had a war. It would kind of soften things up if it gave you some stuff here. Then we got extra amenities. We got all kinds of wine. Here, have some wine. Have some wine. Give me $100. What? 13 for turn? What? You're gonna poke your spear? All right. What about some marble? Huh? What about 159 and 23 gold for turn? That's a bit steep, isn't it? I don't blame you. I'd be poking my spear too. What about 13? Yeah, 13's good. But if you go 13, you might go 15. And if you go 15, you might declare war on me and then just say the heck with that. Whoa, you're going to give me 20. See, I knew you were into me. I knew you were. Oh, 19's good. For 20 horses. So you must be desperate for horses, I would say, huh? With the 50 iron, we have plenty of iron. All right, we're going to make that deal. And try to get on her good side if we can. See, she's not all that hateful of us. Don't like Philip. Don't like... How do you intend on growing your empire if you refuse to fight for your people? He kind of looks like William Shatner, doesn't he? I'm going to play him like William Shatner. I can't do a William Shatner impression, can I? I suppose I can try. Just got to ham it up a bit. Look at that. Look at all these damn barbarians up here. It's crazy. Having constructed so many types of districts, your engineers become skilled in city construction. I think that's our encampment. And civil engineering has been boosted. Run away, spray brave Sir Robin. Run away. You got too much trouble. Too much trouble, buddy. I don't even know if you're going to make it. Good luck. You went up there. All right, it's time to promote the owls. It allows us to construct the gilded vault. We have banking now. We are going to try to concentrate on... We got all 4 out of 4 of our trade routes. Excuse me. Where's my tea? I have my afternoon tea here. It says it's 5:14 p.m., but that's early afternoon for me. I sleep in the mornings. So I stay up all night playing this excellent game and practicing my latest new song that I learned. John Hyatt's smashing a perfectly good guitar. It's a great song. Very apropos these days with the crazy people out there. Let's see what this gives us. 50% science yield? Sweet. I am so sorry. Man, I got a tickle. Please excuse me. What a drag. What? You call this a professional production? This is amateurish beyond all bounds. These guys are coming home. We've given up trying to fight our one true love and make her see the light of becoming Rome. She just is too attached to her Spartan identity to merge her life with mine. Strong women, gotta love them, but they can be a bit difficult to deal with at times. They want to do their own thing. They're independent. You gotta love them for it. You know, it's great. Yeah, it's good. There we are. We can have a galley. It's going to appear near our Arpinum. And I think that's right where all those wonderful freaking bad guys are. So I'm not going to do that. Although I would love, love, love to have a galley or two. It wouldn't do me any good. They just kill them. I spent $150 on a galley and the barbarians just wipe them out. So that's no good. All right, this guy's got to... That's a stupid siege tower, man. That thing is really a pain. I'm going to just let him skip this turn and then See, this is a pain too. You get that guy too, and got this guy, and they can't move because they're in that, stuck in that thing. Okay, here's some islands out here to explore. Thought there might be some islands out here. Okay, not sure we got ocean tiles yet. We have to get cartography before we get that. We're at mass production for some reason, which we got through building a lumber mill. We got the boost. Now it's the AI's turn. And I just want to thank you for watching another one of my videos. It's my poor scout getting hammered by those guys. I should have known that was coming. Not stayed on the coast. Didn't have to. Yep, there goes my wonderful crossbowman. The victim of dirty barbarians. This guy's going to try to survive. He's running home. Hopefully he doesn't drag all those barbarians down here, because that would not be nice. I don't have any troops. They're coming back from their misadventure. Well, here's a scout. And I don't see why we don't scout that scout. Why is he sitting home? Scouts are supposed to travel. They're not supposed to sit home. Okay, looks like we got some ancient walls out here. That's good. An encampment, perhaps. We got iron here. We got horses here. We got some wheat, some deer. Nice city. Gonna be a good one. Got plenty of room for food and stuff out here. I think we're, like I said, not the most whiz-bang, zip-zang game I've ever played, you know what I mean? This is kind of a slow and gradual build of a very powerful empire. Going to be even more powerful in one turn when we get Sinbad. 4 turns when we get Arthur. I think that's Arthur. And over here is Mulan. She's a great ranged unit. She gets very powerful each turn. I think Mulan gets more and more powerful. 7 more turns for our wonder for this age. We've been a little lax on the wonder creation because of the mod I have. It can really help to make me seem like a lot better Civ player than I actually am, which is fine with me. A little harmless, padding of my gamer resume is not the worst thing in the world. Okay, 3 of 6 housing. Good thing to check first. We got 2.9 food. Of course, our production out here is not great. And I think we should think about 7 turns for growth. It's already at 3 population, so that's going good. I think we should think about a district, even though it's 23 turns. Okay, it's 23 turns. I get it. No amenities out here. It's 23 turns. But it is our win condition, and we want to win. Why is that a +2? Oh, it's got this fissure thingy, which is good. I think it's worth 195 beans to put a nice campus right there, and we can maybe put another campus next to it from this guy, right? I'm just gonna take a look-see, right? So, yeah, we can do that. See, then they'll play off each other. If I put this campus here, right, for 130 beans, then they're going to feed off each other. Maybe I can put something else here that would feed off these, a holy site or something, right? I don't need an encampment here. I'm going to build an encampment in these northern cities soon. But I think right here, right next to this guy, and see there's, that's even better. That's a +2 right next to that guy. So that's good. Let's do that. We lose the wheat, but I don't know. It's worth it. Boom. Okay, it's down there. We don't have to build it now. We can go back to whatever it was we were building, a monument. And we can go back to the monument, but we've got it dialed in. It won't get more expensive. It'll only get less because we're going to improve and try to get some production up here to cut down the turns that'll take us to build it. But now we got 2 campuses side by side. And that is our win condition. We want to keep getting more and more science so we can pass the other civilizations in science and win the game with our win condition. Okay, so now we're coming back. Okay, now we're coming around, checking out Sardinia and what was it? There's another island there. I'm getting off the coast because it's not safe. As you can see, my poor scout is rather exhausted. He's going to go to Spain and maybe get some food. Look at this. What is this? That's a preserve. Isn't that nice? I'm going to build some of these. These are cool. They give you kind of yields and stuff. There's okay. We can build the Venetian arsenal. We gotta get that in Venice. What do you need to get that? We gotta get it. It's the Venetian arsenal, for crying out loud. Can we get it here? Probably not. Some kind of prerequisite. Look at all these great wonders here. Venetian arsenal's not even on. Oh, there it is. Must be adjacent to an arsenal. A arsenal. That's the misprint. It's an arsenal. Ya heathens. Grammar Nazi. +6 engineer points. Yowzer. Okay. Arsenal it is. We'll go Q. And, geez, there's a lot of stuff this city needs, right? Come on. It's too much. It's overwhelming. It's overwhelming me, guys. No, it's not. No, it's not. I'm just kidding. Okay, we got an arsenal here. Guess we'll slam her down right there. Okay, and it'll slam itself down later. 14 turns for that, and then we want to get the Venetian arsenal for 74 turns. Oh my lord, that's crazy. That's nuts. Okay, we're still in the old time. We don't have 530 faith yet. Man, that's a lot. Could use a builder up here for sure, but I want to save up that faith for a settler. Settling and expanding is the way to appropriate the Mediterranean. It does seem like scientific theory is the only thing that needs to be Oxford University. Wouldn't that be great? Let's get that. Let's boost it. Let's get it. Okay, Ostia. Ostia has created a harbor. Nice. This Ostia is all right, man. I like to get this here, but be better in one of these coastal cities if I can get it. Maybe here. Can I get it here? No. Can I get it in Corfu? Corfinium? No. That's just sad. Harbor. Okay, we go back to making the harbor here, though, when we get this walls in. We got the walls because we had an invasion here, but we wisely called off the war. Very wisely. Now, that invasion is not unimportant. We'll still get the ancient walls code, though, for further reference. We are not at war with anyone right now. And I say, let's get these knights, let's get the terracotta army, let's get these heroes. For some reason, it seems like they're going up instead of down. Okay, it seems to be okay. Maybe it's just me, but I thought these were about to come out. Now all of a sudden, they've gone up. Is there some reason for that? Maybe somebody got a hero or something? Made them go out? Because I thought I really did think we had... Oh, we got another hero. That's why. Oh, I see. You get a hero, it does go up, and I didn't realize when they're already in production. But yeah, I guess that happened. All right. You understand what I'm saying? These heroes were just about ready to come out in just a few turns, and now they got 10 more turns, it seems, added on to them. But that's because we got Sinbad up here in Iridium. And as you can see, Sinbad can go to Venice, and then he's out on the ocean. So don't worry. Wherever they let you get old Sinbad, you can transfer him between cities. I played a game where I got Sinbad, and I was like, oh no, he's locked in that lake up there in Iridium, but he's not. You can transfer him to an ocean city as long as you got one, and we do. Venice is a coastal city, so there's Sinbad ready to go out there and be a scourge on any barbarian ship, and I think there's quite a few of them still in the game. Usually, sometimes, at the end of the game, we got the ancient walls, we're going to go back to the university. The barbarians are all gone a lot of times, and I think that they noticed that at Firaxis, and they actually made it so that barbarian clan, in barbarian clans mode at least, the barbarians will keep spawning throughout the game. in places that aren't settled, they do become rarer and sort of farther out, you know, because they can't settle where people have settled. Barbarians, they spawn in wildlands. So it does get a little less as time goes on because the land's settled. But out here isn't settled. That's why there's so many barbs up here. You know, I wanted to settle the many niter mines up there, but as usual, these excellent gamers know how to give and how to take away. And it's wonderful, really, I think. Because games have to be challenging and they have to be fun, and you got to balance the two. You got to let the player win stuff, but you also got to make it worth it by making them pay for it, by not having them win stuff or have limitations or whatever it is. You know, it's part of gaming. As a game designer myself, I am well aware of the ebb and flow, the yin and yang of game design, if you will. Nice little barbarian camp out there I could milk for millions if I had some folks out there. I will one day when I go to take Spain, which I do plan on doing. I mean, I'm a lot of talk right now because our civilization's kind of, this game is kind of wimpy in some ways. The production isn't great, especially in our capital city. That's a problem. We need a industrial zone or two, and I do like making them. But let's see. Yes, it looks like we could make an encampment. We could make an industrial zone. We could do a lot of things. Going to go with Warlord's Throne. This game, we already did a lot of settling, so I'm not going to go with the Settler, which is the Ancestral Hall, or the Audience Chamber, which is about amenities, I think, and stuff. Yeah, and governors. You do get the Autocratic Legacy card, which is good. But I am going to do this, you know. You capture an enemy city, it grants 20% bonus production in all cities for 5 turns. So that's a big boom, slam boost. And taking cities is Julius Caesar's thing. We're going to do a lot of that once we get our military up to snuff, which we will soon do. 104 science. Now, see, we're inching up on Gaul. We're going to be close enough. We might not be beating them, but we'll be close enough. Got to put this in and put it to the top. Yes, I know. I said making military guys is important. I also said making an industrial zone is more important. So we got to do that. +3 on the coast there? Why? +2 would be better, although we have one here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4. Well, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It does reach Rome. Might be better down here. I mean, Ostia, for some reason, has great production. This is far enough away. It's on that stone. We could harvest that stone first. But I'm going to put an industrial zone here. See, it might be better because it gets a bonus from here. So it gets a bonus from that bath. It gets a bonus from city center. It gets a bonus from something else and that and that. So we're going to make that our next district to build out here. And after that's all done, the Warlord's Throne and then the industrial park there, an industrial district, Rome will suddenly be a powerhouse of production, which is great. Sir Isaac Newton has made it up to our +5 or 6, +5 campus. It already has a library, so we're not going to be able to avail ourselves of his ability to build it, but he will build a nice, big, fat, bouncing university. Hey! Sir Isaac Newton made a university up there. Yay! It gave us a bunch of science. Now we're 4 sciences. Oh man, 4 science points away from Gaul. We have finally achieved our goal. We have as much science as the leading science civilization other than us in the game. And we can continue to hammer away at that science. We'll continue to make universities. We'll continue to upgrade our science. We'll put in that science policy card, which will help. We'll get into the Renaissance era and a golden age, he said. Ooh, dark age? Uh-oh. We're in trouble. We got to do something. What can we do? Oh, God, what can we do in 4 turns to stay out of a dark age? If we go into a dark age, right? Oh, man, if we could just get this out. We could just chop that out. Yikes. All right, we can chop this out. We will chop this out. First of all, we'll go up here. And with bated breath, we will buy a settler. No, we can't buy the settler. We got to buy a builder and chop this out. So we're going to buy this builder. And even without Magnus in the thing, I think we could chop this out. And if we chop one of these this forest right here, harvest a stone maybe, right? We'll get this terracotta army. And it might just save us from a dark age. Now, if we get a dark age, we can always go for a heroic age after that. And it's tough, to be in a dark age. But a heroic age, you get to pick 3 different dedications. So everything gets boosted. It's really fun. So it's not the end of the world. But let's see if we can't just use that builder to slam that out and get it so that we get the error score and see if we can't save ourselves from a dark age in the next episode. Thank you for liking, commenting, sharing, subscribing, watching some other videos, thinking I'm the coolest guy in the world, having a nice, relaxing, and fun little time while you can watch somebody play this excellent game, and you don't have to. You can have a sandwich or, hang out or, watch me play and maybe pick up some pointers like you can transfer Sinbad or whatever it is. We're going to watch Sinbad do his thing. Wait till you see that. We won't have to be dealing with these damn barbarians all the time. But that all remains to be seen in the next episode. Thank you so much for viewing yet another half hour. I know this is a long and winding road with this game. No, there's lots of episodes here. And I know I'm doing lots of chit-chatting and talking and funny voices and talking about my crazy life. I'm an old man, so it's an old man's prerogative to talk about the story of his life because it's gone through so many chapters. And you've been very nice listening to all this stuff and, indulging the old man in his fantasies. I really appreciate it. I love the way you enjoyed Caesar 4 because I've loved that game all these years, and you're still watching those, and that's great. But I just want to take just a second to say, isn't this technology wonderful? The YouTube people that work at YouTube and make it possible for us to put up our own videos, that is just so crazy, considering that came from that era, where there were 3 television stations and the educational channel being broadcast, and you had antennas and you had to get it in so it wasn't snowy and move the antennas around and put tin foil on them, and all the way to this age where we're playing this game and it's so intricate and there's so much computer memory, and not to mention this kind of interface here where I'm recording the game and talking. I'm just sitting in front of my computer talking, but the technology, the mic picks it up. I mean, it's a little bit, I didn't spend $1 million on this technology here. I didn't spend anything on it. It was free. So, it's just, I want to thank everybody that might be involved in that whole process who made up these programs and who made it so easy for even, a non-technologically savvy guy like me to have all this tech that I can use at my fingertips, and do this fun thing over this past few months of recording for Caesar and now Civilization 6 by Sid Meier and Firaxis Games. Just for a guy that's seen many decades of slow advancement of our own culture and civilization, this is just wonderful. So much fun. I wish I could do it better. I wish I was better at the game. I mean, this is really quite bad that Rome is so sluggish with its production. You know, it's sluggish because it needs housing again. Well, hey, you're going to build 11 population cities. You're going to have to deal with these things, right? And we will on the next episode. Thanks a lot. This is James Mandolare, Gamer, Feats the Dreamer, Dude Jamandala, Spirit Dancer himself, right here, right now, having a blast on a beautiful autumn afternoon here in upstate New York, just playing my game. And it's all nice and quiet because it's a sunny Sunday afternoon. Chilly, but nice. And this very quiet city. It's a very quiet, small little city, even though it's huge, right? And it's very busy during the week. But once all the government workers go home, it just becomes this nice little quiet place full of happy people, very nice people. Nice little city. I hope you like where you live, and I hope that you're having a wonderful day, just like I am. And I hope you come back for the next episode. Thanks again. Really appreciate you. Take care.